If you want to skip this intro and you have seen it before and you know what's going on in this challenge run, I have chapters in the video that you can easily use to skip the intro or timestamps in the description. Thank you very much. Hello and welcome to Extreme Gameplays, where I play games stylishly. Today I'm back with another challenge run video, and it's gonna be about God of War 3. Today's challenge run is gonna be no grab run plus, no upgrade run plus. The rules are very simple. First of all, let's cover the no upgrade run plus rules, which are: it has to be on the hardest difficulty, you can't upgrade anything, and you can't extend your meters, your health and magic and item meters. Next up, we have the no grab run plus rules that are coupled with the no upgrade run plus, and here's how the rules go. I cannot grab enemies in any type of way. Basically pressing circle, do not even press circle by enemies unless it's forced and you have to grab something to progress. In that case it's fine, but otherwise you cannot grab a single enemy in any type of way. For God of War 3 we have a special case, and it's the Combat Grapple, and no, we can't do that in God of War 3. No grab run plus does not allow you to do the Combat Grapple in God of War 3. It also counts as a grab, so do not do it. The second rule is we cannot false grab enemies. So basically this, trying to grab an enemy that is ungrabbable. The last rule is no reversals of grabs. So basically if enemies try to grab me, I cannot escape the grab. That goes for every enemy that can grab you, and you will see throughout this run. With the intro out of the way, enjoy the commentary. So here we are in the Underworld, and you might have seen me start from that position because I have a manual save that I always load up after beating Poseidon in the prologue. So you saw me back there use my magic attack. That's because why not? You get into a trial after this that you have infinite magic on, so use all the magic you can here. It's gonna be a theme throughout this entire level right here, because, you know, not just this level, sorry, this entire game actually. The more you play these God of War games, the more you start memorizing refills and magic, magic chest spots and all that. So you can kind of do some extra resource management, and is that, you know, you use stuff knowing that you will get a refill after. And it's gonna be extremely prevalent in a couple of seconds, but for now we're done with this trial. Let's move on to the rope combat. It took quite some time to perfect this rope combat, but we got the hang of it. So I dash forward as much as I can. I do 7 swipes to take both of these guys out. Then I dash forward to this until I reach this pillar up ahead, and then I come back over here, hit this guy with a kick and then swipes. When he dies, I dash, I kick, I dash again, and then I turn around and do the usual 7 swipes. And this rope combat is basically done. It took long to figure out because no grab run plus rope combat is very, very dangerous, since if these guys grab you, that's it, that's your death, and you can't grab them. Here I drop and then I hold X to kind of get on better ground. I'm much better in control here, of course, and I just use ring outs. Now I'm really sorry for my footage and for how it looks. I'm really trying my best to fix it. At least it's serviceable. It got me really sad that it turned out like this, but hey. Now we have this encounter where we get introduced to the Gorgon Serpent, and we have to take this damage to the face. We're not actually forced, since this is a forced segment, but I decided to take it. So I jump, I do the magic, I stay in mid-range so that it does the flash. I parry the flash, and that's the Gorgon. The damage I took back there from her grab, you can't escape grabs if she does it in normal gameplay from now on. You're fine to escape that first one, but I decided to not escape it just to demonstrate stuff. Anyways, do the magic again, stay in mid-range so that you provoke her flash. And boom, boom, bam. That's the statue, and then you have all the free time to deal with these guys. Really nice encounter to introduce the Gorgon Serpent. I used magic back there, not all my magic, but you know, I used magic because I know I have all the refills in the world, and you'll see what I mean. There's a magic chest after this encounter, and then there's another magic chest in the encounter where you get the Bow of Apollo, and then there's another magic chest after that encounter. So you kind of see where I'm going right now. After this encounter, I'm gonna take the 1 magic chest, and I'm gonna have a full refill for the Cerberus, which is gonna take us to the Cerberus right now with this next transition. I'm gonna drop on this guy with 3 magic attacks, but I just spaced him out. I do a magic attack, a heavy attack, a magic attack, another heavy attack, a magic attack. That's how I go with it. This encounter is basically done. So after this is done, after I used up all my magic, we have that magic chest over there. It's gonna be visible there. You see it next to that archer up ahead, the last archer. This is what I mean by when you play enough, you know every spot of every chest and every refill. Because sometimes, yes, I say refill because sometimes after a boss fight, usually you get your magic meter full and all that. After I take the bow full, I try to do this weird stunt where I get up here and then up here I try to fight them, but I fell. Tried to get on the platform, the elevator-like platform, but hey. I tried again here and it kind of works, so it's all good. I just decided to play around in this no grab run plus, no upgrade run plus. It's a whole lot of memeing, especially starting from the next episode. It's a whole lot of memeing for some reason. Here, you know, prior to this encounter, we have another magic chest. But let's focus on what I do here. I retreat back here so that it's a narrow hallway, and it's a boundary exploit right here. So if one of them tries to get in with the slam, they do get in, they do commit to the whole thing, they even do the slam. Which, by the way, avoiding the harpy slam is very easy in God of War 3. You just jump. And here I did the magic. And by jump, I mean, yes, you can even jump through it. Just jump. Very, very great. So, you see I used that one magic attack back there. That's because I know there's a magic chest behind me. And, yeah, here I am going back and collecting it. But I don't show it. So, yeah. Now, this encounter right here can be a little sketchy in no grab run plus. Usually you grab the Hades hands that come out, but since this is no grab run plus, you can't really grab them, as you know. And I decided to take the safest approach, and it's just stay by this book right here, and then I start pluming it, or, you know, using some spirit and all that. This whole stuff right here, the trials, it's not as good as it could have been. God, imagine, you know, instead of this, we got something really challenging. Or hell, Big V has suggested something for this encounter. Imagine if these hands took away the lost souls. You know how they take away the humans first, turn them into lost souls. Imagine if they took the lost souls as well and turned them into minotaurs. Yes, each and every one of them. If you're not managing them, imagine if that happened. Big V and his ideas, man, just insane. The two encounters after this are much better though. And you'll see. Like, you can have a lot of fun with the second encounter. And by fun I mean letting everyone touch the wall and whatever. That way you get a lot of undeads and a minotaur, and it's gonna be a lot of fun. Or you can manipulate it even further. Kill the minotaur so that the next lost soul that touches the wall turns into a minotaur as well. Which is that's how this next guy is. Like, this next encounter is. See this guy that turns into a minotaur? If another lost soul touches the wall, they turn into an undead. But if the minotaur is dead and another lost soul tries to touch it again, that other lost soul turns into a minotaur again. In here, I completely ignore the minotaur. I basically just focus on taking out the lost souls. And by the way, I am recording a God of War 2 no grab run plus, which is going to be pretty interesting to get to. No grab run plus is very, very fun. It's not as limiting as Pain Plus, but it can be challenging very, very much. It's very, very fun. Like, you take a whole different approach. Like, some encounters, a lot of encounters actually in God of War, are they can get kind of trivialized with grabs and all that. That's where no grab run plus comes in, which is usually coupled with no upgrade run plus. Here I'm left with this minotaur, and the strategy is to just launch him and juggle him into the full light into heavy string. Just build up your light string and mess it up like I did, but hey. And this minotaur is done. The encounter after is so good. And it's gonna go pretty nicely right here. I handled pretty well. I stay mid-range so that she does the flash, and there it is. Parry, boom. I don't take out the Gorgon. The Gorgon stays and it helps throughout the entirety of the fight. Here she does the flash again. Freeze everyone and take the Minotaur statue down. Very, very nice encounter. I parried this one early on. I shouldn't have done that, but it's not a biggie. It's not a biggie. Just watch what happens next. I come up close. Wait for her to flash again. All the harpies are dead since they're airborne. Break the Minotaur statue. Boom, boom. And the Gorgon statue broke as well because I hit it with some arrows. And this encounter is done. Now the next encounter showcases a flaw with this explodable pot. Like this sometimes destroys the Minotaurs and sometimes doesn't for some reason. This double explosion that you just saw. It is very weird. But anyways, they are still low. And I decided to keep this footage. Like I could have restarted and gotten the footage where they died with the explodable pots. But no, I decided to get this footage. It is what it is. This next encounter is these guys. And I decided to just... You know, they do explode the whole thing back there on themselves. And then they do this, which is comical. But hey, you can get this creative with God of War. That's why it's the most fun games. And I use ring outs against these guys. This footage is horrible. Oh my god. I hope it's at least watchable. So that's the most important thing to me. Anyways, these guys... this is another very fun encounter, and this is gonna be basically the last time we meet these guys. I just use ring outs, and then when I get up there, I use the explodable pot again. I push it, and I think they exploded. Nah, I think yeah, boom, and they're done with like the next plume. Then we go back and we do the same thing to the other Olympus fiends. Did I mention that these guys are ladies? I just said these guys are ladies. What is wrong with me? I'm not used to it, man. Unless they wear a skirt and they sound like ladies and scream all the time. I wouldn't know it. Anyways, this encounter right here. You shoot these guys to provoke them to sprint towards you. You bring them back to the stairs right here. Shoot this guy a little more over here and then try to retreat. When he enters the staircase, he's basically disabled. It's better off to just wait for him to turn around and try to go back so that when you stagger him, he staggers backwards instead of going back into the arena where he's active. So with enough positioning, as you can see, I'm not even blocking his hits. The Bow of Apollo is the best thing in the world. It is one of the nicest DPS tools ever. Look at this. It just shreds through enemies. Big hitboxes, small hitboxes. Just so great. And, of course, the Inferno mechanic, which is going to get demonstrated after this encounter. Just the best thing in life. The Bow of Apollo is very good. See, like this, when the Talos is trying to go back, that way when you stagger him, he's kind of still jogging backwards to the staircase. So he can never really go back to his home, where he belongs. And you can just destroy him however you want. Now, if I'm gonna be honest, No Grab Run Plus feels like it's the most fun in God of War 2 so far. You know, since there are more setups with half collisions and all that. You know, collisions scale in God of War 2. In God of War 3 they don't. Although in God of War 3 we have the Bow of Apollo. So, and in God of War 3 I've had bad experiences with No Grab Run Plus. You know, failing 2 prior No Grab Run Pluses. You know, I finished them but not knowing that I was constantly disqualified. Anyways, use the Inferno on these guys. Slap them so that they keep on sprinting. But yeah, it could be that. And it could be just the whole thing of God of War 2 being my first time doing a No Grab Run Plus right now. These guys, one bow shot does the job. Easy. Just very good. Very, very good. The next encounter, after you restart the checkpoint, you spawn right here. You jump backwards, use Inferno. And then jump around so that they catch fire slowly. That one guy that catches fire starts running around and he burns everyone up, see? This is still the effect of one arrow. And feel free to shoot another one when you have time. Boom. I love how it also penetrates through enemies. It's so good. Anyways, the whole No Grab Run Plus talk. It could be because this is my 3rd time doing No Grab Run Plus in God of War 3. That's why I'm preferring God of War 2's No Grab Run Plus right now. But it could be other stuff as well. It's like God of War 2 has the whole half collision thing. It has the deep hit mechanic with the Blaze of Athena. You know, hitting a plume from up close does double damage. It's like it has that and the half collision, so you can't really go wrong with it. Anyways, you swing, go insane on these archers. We're gonna be fighting 2 Cerberus breeders, and that's gonna be the wrap for the video. The next, I decided to split this into, split the Underworld into 2 parts because it's kind of a long segment. The next part is hopefully gonna be the Palace of Hades, which is gonna be a short video. It's gonna be a shorter part of God of War 3's No Grab Run Plus. So I shoot this guy so that he starts sprinting towards me, and you'll see what I do against him. I'm gonna use the rage mode just because why not? Because we have it, because we don't need it for a lot of other stuff. The rage mode in God of War 3 deals very pathetic damage. It's only good for the early game. Like legit only good for the early game. It's not a thing that stays with you. Like even in the late game, I usually use it to wail on one big enemy, and you'll see later on in the run. And here I dump magic because there's a magic chest after this encounter. Remember, when you play enough, you know refill spots. Like sometimes it's not even a chest. Sometimes it's a Gorgon maybe behind the corner, and you know when you grab her you get magic back. Or it's a siren, or you know. In this game's case, it will be used in a spot where I have sirens after the encounter. I'm running towards the outside. That's why these guys are constantly taunting or you know attacking towards the outside. You just gotta have some range with them. Don't be in their face. See, I'm constantly trying to do that. I'm attacking outside so that they start taunting. You'll see me do it again. See? I attack towards the outside and then I turn around for the ultimate blow. And eventually I'll start adding some bow shots to spice things up. Actually, this guy's down, I'm sure, right? Boom, he's down. And the fight is reduced to 1v1. So do not fret a lot in here. You can just abuse taunts. Running towards boundaries makes enemies taunt in God of War 3. See? Even jumping. Jumping is better. Jumping is just completely makes them taunt. The guy staggered in here, but I didn't hear him because I didn't have the audio on. This guy only has 2 more heads left, and it should be good. By the way, this is not a no damage. It is a no damage gameplay, but as a whole, I'm not canceling an encounter sometimes when it's going good for taking damage and all that. That's why I'm not even advertising it as a no damage video. It's not a God of War 3, no grab 1 plus, no upgrade 1 plus, no damage. It's just that I rarely take damage. That's literally it. This is a very nice fight, and it's coming to an end right now. And I feel like this part has been very, very good. Honestly, flawless so far. The next part is going to be a very nice part as well. It's going to be the Palace of Hades and Hades. And it's going to be a whole lot of very nice experimenting. And the boss fight against Hades is going to be very, very nice. So, yeah. This fight is almost going to come to an end. The bow for the save. The bow's DPS is very, very insane. And yeah. Guys, this has been the Underworld Part 1. See you guys for the Underworld Part 2. Be sure to like and subscribe as this helps my channel grow, and if you enjoyed the commentary, I have made commentaries for other God of War challenge runs and other God of Wars as well. I stream and upload 90% of God of War content and stream some other games every now and then and make content for them as well. I hope you guys enjoyed today's commentary. Peace.